Well, good morning. How are you this bright, chipper morning? It is a much cooler day here on the compound, and this is my sweet spot at the 1776 Restoration Movement camp in Bunker Hill, West Virginia. I don't know if you guys can see those cows all the way down yonder. But for me, I like green. I don't really I can appreciate a paved surface, but looking out there, that's more of a paradise than a paved paradise. So it's much easier to find a spiritual connection in a higher power than coming out here and just sitting and communing with Mother Nature. Man might think that he is, and that is a large problem in our society when men think that they're God and want to play God. And hopefully it's not gonna keep buffering here, but that's that symbolically of man trying to play God over and over again. And you'd think he would learn by now, but some people just keep trying to play God and then assert their authority and their opinions and their judging upon others. And I was sitting here this morning and thinking about, there's some comments that have been put on, not just mine, but, anybody who has a YouTube and has not had one negative comment, I'd kind of wonder what was wrong with that person if they didn't have one who was a hater, because some people just want to hate. And today is my great aunt's birthday, so happy birthday, Auntie. I'm not quite sure how old she would be if she would have lived. Over 100, way over 100. She passed back in 94 at 84, so I guess if we add it up, she's over 100. But she never married. She had a sister who was killed by one of those cars way back in the early 1900s. And I think that kind of devastated the whole family. So she never married. She lived with my great-grandmother and watched over her whole life, and that pretty much was her life, was watching over. And bringing her up, one of the things with my auntie is that she'd like to complain. She liked to complain a lot. And there are people who, if they aren't complaining, they aren't happy. Or, I don't know how you put it. But she lived good many miles away from where we did. growing up, and we didn't go and see a close-knit family dynamic that a lot of people have. A lot of people have close family dynamics of several generations, and family reunions consist of hundreds of people. Now, that's not saying that I don't have, on my father's side, a whole few hundred generations of people. But not being near, growing up near, not living near, you lose a sense of family, and who is family, and the limited family die, and then who and what is your family, and you will realize that family is not always blood, that family is who you choose to be with, who empower you to be your potential. At least that is how I would choose to live in a family unit. Family units, there's always a black sheep outcast. And, how does that outcast fare? And that's up to the person. When it comes down to it, we all have free will. And we all have basic instinct. We all have a knowing that we are born with, and we're born with pure love. Until we're taught not to. The no. No. How many no's have you been given in your life, and how many no's do you give other people? And for what reason? Is it a no because of a safety? Is it a no because you want to keep someone at your level, and if heaven forbid they should move up, you wouldn't be friends? You would feel less than? Excuse me. Private Eye for Freedom. Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is the morning meditation for June 23rd, 2022. And it's just a quick check-in because shortly there will be the breakfast bell ringing, although I won't be able to hear them from this end of the parking lot, and that's okay. I mean, if the trucks on 81 were not running, it would be really peaceful over here at this end of the compound, but we're at the other end. So those of you who were on when I got a jump the other night, now you know where I was hanging out. I had not started my car in like 3 days, hadn't run it. So yeah, of course my battery was dead because I was charging up my phone and my fan and all the other above. So I'll take you back out. Say, hang on. This is where they bring the other trucks. Here we go. Which is, you know, we're parked in a storage facility for vehicles and trailers and RVs and whatever else. See Ridge Line running in front of me. We'll go up here and see where she's going.
Hi!
Good morning, honey.
Hey, wait a minute. Guess who I have on the phone?
Is that Bootsy?
Bootsy.
How'd she make out? Where's she at?
She's around the Mississippi somewhere, around the St. Louis area.
She's still there?
Yeah, I woke her up.
Oh, well, yeah. We're how many hours ahead of her?
Well, she changed time zones and I didn't really think about it.
Oh,
I gave her
yeah.
an hour to answer a text, another half an hour after I called the first time, so I think she should have been up, period.
Well, she hardly sleeps at night, so...
I know, I'm just kidding. I didn't mean to wake her up. Really didn't.
Well, we think that she's up when we are. Girls. Girls. The girls are saying hi.
She said, there's my girls. What's up? How's Thomas, she asked.
Passed out on the cooler.
Is he loving all the rain?
He's awake now. Yeah, he's been cool.
Said he's been cool. You know what was really funny? When we were over in the park yesterday.
Yeah, it rained
like,
pretty
I
good
pulled in
last
and
night.
Her dogs see my dog. So they're like, you know, barking, you know, giving their chihuahua barks all over the place, and she calms them down. So then later on, and Storm doesn't make a peep. He doesn't bark, he doesn't whine, nothing. He just looks at him. So then he goes about his business. So later on, her dogs are all calm, just sitting there looking around as usual. And Storm sees some birds. So
Girls.
Storm starts, you know,
Girls.
whining.
You're barking in their ear. Hey.
He wants to watch some birds. And
Girls.
all
Girls.
sat here looking
Rhodey.
at him like he was crazy.
Rhodey.
So
Yes, that's another dog.
he just looked at him like, what are you doing?
Hey.
He's barking at you, but what are you doing?
Hey. Hey.
Yes, Lord. Yeah. Okay, Storm. Okay, so now Storm wants to look because he's curious. Look, it's okay. I'm right here. I didn't go anywhere.
Oh, Mom.
Yeah, Mom, look at me. There's other dogs, but look at me.
Yeah, that's exactly. Jealous.
Okay. Okay, here, look out your window.
This is what it's like traveling with animals on the convoy.
Here.
Oh, there we go. Rhodey. Rhodey. Rhodey.
Here comes a big truck.
Oh,
Can he get around you?
I don't know. I better
Oh,
move.
no, it's slow. He can get around.
That's the one that Rhodey. Hey. Where's your manners? You're barking at people's ears.
So anyway, so tonight she's gonna be sleeping in her own bed.
No, way cool. So that's how far she has to go home. Yet a day drive.
Yeah, you're a day drive away from home. Boots. It's a long day's drive. Very long day's drive.
But she has enough gas to make it there. Her car's okay. Her truck's okay.
The truck's okay. It's running okay.
Yeah, I even tried a little bit of the E88 gas because it was a little cheaper.
Said she even tried a little bit E88 gas because it was a little cheaper.
Yeah.
No, and it's okay.
I know. I tried that, and it's like, well, 88 octane is higher than an 87, and it's in between the mid grade and the low grade. So what?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
It's primarily for flex fuel vehicles, and newer vehicles can kind of handle it. Older vehicles, you might be taking a chance.
So.
Yeah, it was like, I think 2001 and up on the pump.
2001 and up for now.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I learned a lot about this hoodlum you left behind.
Which hoodlum?
You.
Oh!
And by the way, did I tell you? I think I did in the text about the gals at the grocery store down here, the little plaza. They were so sad you were gone.
Everybody's sad.
Everybody's sad. They want you back here.
Yeah.
You know what, Boots? I can fly out, get a cowboy hat, wear it, and drive your truck. I'm happy to do that. I don't think I can do anything as well as you can, but your truck would be here and I can pretend sort of that I'm you.
And I could just go back to work, right?
Yeah, you go back to work, I'll drive your truck around.
I'm sorry, but Boots is irreplaceable.
Yeah. She said she has to get back to work or we can't drive the truck.
Yeah.
Okay, you work, I drive the truck around. But there's no replacing you, Boots. That's for damn sure. You did leave a permanent imprint, and I hope that someday when that truck goes up for auction, I hope you're a multi-millionaire from it.
Really?
Pay for another truck, yeah.
Pay for another truck, yeah.
That? No.
Oh, you girls did know you were on live.
Yeah, I said, yeah, you were on live. It's still rolling. Blow it.
What'd you say?
She needs to get her wheels rolling so she can be home before midnight. So
Oh,
I'll give you your wake-up call.
love you, Boots. Now you have an early start.
She said, now you have an early start. You know, yay! One in flags flying. She's gonna unfurl now.
She's gonna unfurl them and fly them the rest of the way home.
Yep,
There we go.
that's what I say.
There we go.
Okay, so bye everyone from Boots.
Bye, everybody from Boots. She's gonna make it home tonight.
Okay, I'll see you later. I'll talk to you later, Boots.
Pray God she makes it home tonight. Godspeed.
Bye.
Yeah, Boots was real boots on the ground. But there again, we cannot say that Yvonne was not boots on the ground too.
What?
We all knew you were doing stuff,
Yeah?
but Boots was more undercover.
Yeah.
Nobody really knew what all she did. I mean, we knew a little bit about what she was doing. But as for other people, I don't think they really knew or appreciated what
That's
she
what I
did.
mean. So many people don't understand
The work.
that, like when I leave camp,
Yeah.
I'm going to do something at home, and when I'm at home, I'm taking care of my mom
Yeah.
and my stuff and my bills, and then I'm also doing work for here when I'm at home.
Yeah.
Like when I went to the library and do that stuff,
Yeah.
make stuff up, get lists made, do t-shirt orders. And t-shirt orders are not, it's not like, oh, hey, I need 110 shirts, okay? Okay, thanks, bye.
Right. Oh, I know.
It's
I
not.
know.
So,
Been there, done that.
and then it's 4 days of phone calls to clear up any questions,
Yeah.
and then ordering them. Then when are they coming in? And then the shortages we're having. That's why we said with the shirts, she goes through a certain company, but
Right. You never know what they're going to have in stock.
And those ones that everybody loves,
Yep.
that was a colonial blue. You can't get it.
Really?
And not get it.
Yeah.
So some of the blues come in a heather blue,
Yeah.
come in on, something else.
Different dye lots.
But
Well, that's what happens when we send over all of our manufacturing overseas. We used to have a good textile industry.
And it's unlike anything else that this administration has done. Now listen to this. Biden wants to send everybody gas cards to help everybody out.
What? Biden wants to send us gas cards?
Yes, because this economy wants to help everybody out.
Really?
But listen, he can get all the cards he wants, but there's a shortage on chips for those cards.
There's a shorter.
Wait a minute. Why is there a shortage on chips? Let's go back and research that. Okay, who could have been what? Oh, I'm sorry. Baby formula. There was a shortage. Oh, wait. Oh, there's a shortage on everything. You can't get parts for your cars. Oh, wait a minute.
Isn't that freaking common sense to see somebody who is intentionally destroying?
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like, all anybody has to do is just go look back.
Yeah.
Research back a couple layers.
Yeah.
Go back to you know what? People need to go back and not forget what this man said in his campaign speech.
Yeah.
What this man said and did his first days in office.
Yeah.
Lest we forget those people hanging off those planes. Lest we forget the 13 people that are left behind, or how many are left behind, and how many were killed.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's like those were just killed.
Yeah.
Not even counting the thousands, and who knows what
Right.
that number
And
is.
that's what I mean. It's like, so smoke and mirrors. Let's keep talking about this, that, and we're going to send you more of this and more of that just to get your votes. That's why I go and I will talk.
Just to steal your votes. What do you mean, get them?
I talk to the homeless people.
Yep.
I'm not really going into businesses. I'm going where those homeless people are.
Yep.
I'm going where
The misfits, the outcasts, the rebels.
public housing is.
Yep.
Because they're the ones benefiting. They're going, oh, $1,200. Hey, this is great.
Yeah.
I like Biden. He keeps sending me gas cards and money.
Right.
But you
Right.
don't understand, or may not understand, or some do, some don't.
The
And
cost
so
of what it's really
the cost
costing
of
the
what it
people.
is.
Yeah.
So now,
And the debt that they're placing on top of their children and grandchildren's
Right,
heads.
so yeah, he'd love to send you these gas cards and stop these state taxes and federal taxes, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But if he can't go and beg on his knees Saudi Arabia and all these other countries to give us oil, because he is tying up all those permits. The
Yeah.
federal government is tying up all. Yeah, you can get a permit, you can't use it.
Yeah.
Sorry, no good. You can't use it because there's too much red tape. And you know that story yourself, Flo.
Yeah.
You told me a story about red tape and how many years and so forth.
Oh, yeah.
Tied up on something.
Yeah. In the court systems, that's pure lawfare.
Oh, wait,
against the
pandemic.
people.
Hello, sorry, no fast and speedy trial for you because we had a pandemic.
Right.
Courts were shut down.
Yep.
Local courts.
Yep.
State courts.
Yep.
And that's why we keep saying, if you can't be here, do something where you're at.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm preaching. I'm sorry. I get on a little high horse in the morning.
No, because that's all part of. Well, there again, I started it out talking about my great aunt. Today's her birthday, and how she wasn't happy unless she had something to complain about.
Right.
But that's the playing of God that a lot of people do. But your boots on the ground doing something about it and not just stating fact.
Right. It's like I said, when I sat at home, and my family's political. Okay, they've been political forever. I've been in Young Republicans. I volunteered for the Republican headquarters, kept the office open where I lived, 3 days a week, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, so you've been politically involved
Well, I have been.
for a long time.
Yeah, but then I kind of I was more on the local level.
Yeah.
Involved, and then I worked for county government.
Can you guys hear her when she's talking, or do I need to get closer so you can hear what she's saying? I want to make sure that they hear. Is your car running?
Yeah, not now.
Well, no, I was gonna come closer.
Well, anyway.
Because you're over there and I'm not.
Well, Boots could hear you. I don't know.
Oh, well, but I'm talking about the people. Okay, somebody said they can hear.
They can.
Thanks, Lorraine.
So anyway, so when I worked for the county, I was state civil service, but worked for county office.
Ah.
In my town. So.
Civil service for what?
I'm not going to say what my profession was.
She was proud of her profession, and we'll leave it like that.
It's a burnout job, let me tell you. But anyway,
but you got paid well.
But I didn't get paid. I was state civil service.
Right.
In a county position. Getting paid the county wages, and our county sucked.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So I was somewhat political there.
Okay.
Because I cared. I was in a union.
And you saw where money was going? Is that?
I had to care about my local county commissioners and how they were budgeting our money.
Right.
Because in my office that I was in that department, they were cutting budgets big time.
Yeah.
So I happened to be I wasn't a supervisor, but I was on a higher level. So I would have been one of the first ones to chop my head off.
Ah.
And that's exactly really
what happened?
What happened, because I had to take family medical leave to take care of my father. And when I was gone, they changed a lot of things, policies. And when I came back, there was no way I could do my job.
Yeah.
Completely and thoroughly and quality-wise as what I was doing. There was no way.
Why? Because they had your hands tied, or?
No, because they were getting rid of people and piling on more work on everybody that was left there.
So that the higher-ups could get a higher wage? Is that what I'm hearing, or?
Not necessarily, but they were cutting the budget all around, so they didn't want to get rid of their supervisors, heaven forbid.
Yeah.
Didn't want to do that. You want to get rid of grunt workers. So, and I was a higher paid grunt worker.
Yeah.
And they're like, what they did, I'll let you tell what the end result was. They ended up eliminating my position altogether.
Yeah.
Because they piled so much work over there when I got back, there was if I would have worked 24 hours a day, there was no way.
Yeah.
I could have done my job properly, appropriately, quality, anything.
Right.
So I ended up getting written up, and you're fired. So yeah.
Wow.
So
So if they do that, then they don't have to worry about retirement or this or that.
you're done. Our budget just got you cut. So now your salary is back in our budget. We don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
So, you
Right.
know,
Right.
the agency was only getting so much money from the county. They got state money and federal money, and
Yeah.
but you know, and so it was sad. And I'm not going public on what I did because it's controversial anyway.
Right.
That who I work for.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not going there. I
Yeah.
just, I left that behind, buried it. It's gone. But anyway, so then I kind of got away from politics. Kind of got away from it a little bit because I wasn't right there, hands-on, involved, cared about my salary. So I kind of got away from it. And then when I'm at home, and then everything starts declining and deteriorating, and my gas prices are going up like everybody else's, and my food costs, and my this and my that, and then another county agency, another one, actually, that's county funds, that it's state level employees, state civil service employees work for the county for that agency. Their money's getting cut. Now you're messing with me because my mother's 85. Now she's getting her services cut.
She's getting her services cut? Like what?
Well, like, I needed someone to come in and do certain things for her, and she's a senior on a limited income as well, and so they were providing these services based on her needs assessment.
Yeah.
And because the money's not coming in to the government, they got rid of agencies that do like housekeeping or personal care.
Oh, really? They got rid of those programs now.
They're cutting them.
Yeah.
In my county.
Right.
Let's talk about my county in Pennsylvania.
Right.
I don't know what's happening. So now.
But there again, we can also look at it throughout the United States, because if they're doing it in one small county, that doesn't mean that they're not doing it in other small counties.
And then what happens with federal and state monies is, and I heard it when I did my job too. Here's your funding.
Yeah.
You get X amount of dollars. Use it or lose it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You would go buy paper
Yes.
products and pens and pencils and bullshit.
Just
to
use up the money.
So the next fiscal year,
You will still get the same amount.
and it's like, why do we have to have it like that?
Right. Right.
We didn't need it, but maybe that county did or that state did.
Right.
So put it back in that fund.
Yeah.
And when you reapply, if you don't, then you got
Yeah.
in excess or whoever-
Instead of wasteful spending.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that stuff just irritates me.
Yeah.
And then when she couldn't get her services, and then when people told me, "Well, you can go around it by doing this. You can go around." No, we shouldn't have to go around it by
Right.
doing anything.
Right.
So anyway, this just built up.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm sitting home and I'm watching all this crap happen. And for some reason, I got turned on to watching Dan Longino.
Oh.
I can't pinpoint when that was.
Uh-huh.
But the guy I was dating, he wasn't even registered to vote.
Yeah.
And I got him registered because of all the crap
Right.
that started happening. And
Yeah.
especially people wanted to get registered to vote for the Trump-Biden presidential run. Okay?
Right.
Well, so I got him registered. Well, now, since all that happened, now I have people that I talk to. Oh, it's all garbage. They're all corrupt. I'm not going to vote in anything. Blah blah blah, and that just irritates me.
That's a big part of whether, and there again, I think that what you were just saying about the voting and how people are like, oh, my vote doesn't count.
That's bullshit.
And we see where by Trump beating Hillary, that your vote does count.
Exactly.
That even though they were cheating,
It counted with the cheating.
yeah.
Look at the
But they
fact-
didn't think that Trump was going to win by that far of a margin. Otherwise, Hillary would be in.
You know what? And what I say is, if you don't think your vote counts, you go look online at the Pennsylvania election for Dr. Oz getting that right now, getting his primary
In Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
You think your vote doesn't count?
Yeah,
It sure as hell did there.
that's for sure.
Sure as hell did. So, and I understand the Electoral College and all the blah, blah, blah about that, but I'm not going to, the Electoral College doesn't exist on your local level. You've got to get, this November election means more than anything.
Oh, this November election means a matter of life and death for the United States.
Exactly. So get your boots on the ground. If you can't be here, do something. I was just talking to a lady when we were in one of these little towns. She said, I never registered to vote before. I didn't know what to do. And I said, well, I started watching TV, getting back to it. I started watching Dan Bongino. Then I started watching Kat Cammick.
Who's that?
Kat Cammick.
Cat?
Kat Cammick. Probably Catherine.
Yeah.
Kat Cammick lives in Gainesville, Florida.
Yeah.
She is one of the youngest senators. No, wait, no. She's in the House because she's under Pelosi.
That was one of the cool things that I learned yesterday at that Constitution class. I never knew prior that the House represents the people and the Senate represents the state.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
So I never knew what the difference between the House and the Senate was.
Oh, yeah.
So that was
I knew
cool.
that, but the thing of it is, I started watching Kat Cammick,
Uh-huh.
and she would do these live streams from her office in D.C. And she would go on at whatever time of the day or night, and she'd be fluffing her. She did a live stream from the hair salon as she would get her hair colored. I love this woman. You get to watch Kat Cammick. She's awesome.
Yeah? And she's in political office in Florida?
No, she is in the House of Representatives
House of Representatives
in D.C.
in D.C.?
Yeah.
Yeah, but what state?
Florida.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
she's
it is
in
Florida.
Gainesville, Florida.
Uh-huh.
I want to move to her district. I love this woman.
Yeah.
Her husband, they live on a farm, they have chickens and everything. Her husband is a first responder.
Uh-huh.
So she's really big on first responder stuff and
Right.
so forth as well. But she's been to the border at least 5 times. At least. Been on the border. She is the one who went down there and it helped expose them on how much baby formula is sitting at that border, protected by our federal government.
What?
Yes.
Baby formula?
There's crates of baby formula sitting on the border. When we have a shortage, it's sitting on the border, protected by our federal government that no one could touch it.
Wow.
Apparently it's for everybody welcomed into our country across the border.
It's for the people who are
Make your own judgment.
illegally entering.
Make your own judgment. It's sitting at the border.
Wow.
So anyway, but Kat Cammick does these things. She goes to the border. She will sit in her office. She'll sit in a hair salon. She's in her car. She does these live streams and she will tell you what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay, Pelosi hates her. She can't stand her.
Well, of course Pelosi hates her.
Yeah, of course.
Just like Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Sure. So I'll get off my high horse on her, but let me tell you, I'm getting back to the initial story of how I started getting involved.
Uh-huh.
Was Kat Cammick actually came on and said, listen, you need to call your representatives on this.
Yeah.
You need to call. And she said, trust me, when I come in my office and when everyone, her co-workers, so to speak, there comes in, they get the messages of the day. Okay? It's not necessarily that you're going to talk to someone. Someone here said request a call, that they have to respond. I'm really